Shoot! Alright, I'm chill though. Alright, but when a cannibal killer spots his next meal, they on some Jeffrey Dahmer type shit, we already know. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see, like, how do you spot your meal? Like, is it like you got a specific taste? Like, do you like when they darker, lighter, mixed? You know what I'm saying? Australian. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what type you like. So we're gonna see today. Sub to the channel for you. Trying to get 2K for my B-Day, June 20th, 6 days away. Let's see. Let's see what you can do.
Never's fault. She never did. And next thing you know, she's dead. And I'm like, huh, well, this is great. And I guess, I don't know, I got scared or nervous or I don't know. It was juicy. It didn't taste like blood, though. I mean, it tasted like a charboard piece of steak.
She really wasn't sure what
a charlo piece of snake?
she said. Why you call
no, sir.
Because something else is in control.
When detectives in Coffee County, Tennessee were called out to a remote property late one summer evening to respond to a peculiar claim, they had no idea what they would soon uncover would reveal a horrific and gruesome crime. In a chilling turn of events, detectives were left to puzzle out not only if someone had committed the crime, but if they'd resorted to cannibalism following a bizarre accident, or if in fact the stomach-churning act had been the fulfillment of a fantasy and an unhealthy obsession with serial killers. On the evening of June 8th, 2014, Jason Walker was walking across the yard of his rural Tennessee home when he heard a voice call his name from somewhere in the yard. Jason turned, slightly impatient. It was 6:30 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon, and he was eager to get on with his preparations for the upcoming week. Looking to the adjacent yard, he saw his 37-year-old neighbor, Gregory Scott Hale, standing at the fence and motioning for him to come closer. Jason sighs inwardly but approaches the short chain-link fence separating them anyway, having no idea that the conversation he was about to have would be one of the most horrifying of his life. "Where's your backhoe?" Scott says by way of greeting. Jason replies that it isn't there, and he won't have it back for a few days.
What the hell is a backhoe? I would have felt disrespected. I would have fought, bro, if he would have asked me that question. Where's your backhoe? What you mean? Hey, say it again.
Scott appears somewhat irritated by Jason's response, prompting him to ask why Scott is suddenly so interested in his backhoe. Scott, in response, makes a tasteless and gruesome joke about needing it to hide the evidence. Jason, nonplussed, stares at him in silence, prompting Scott to continue by pointing to the two 5-gallon buckets sitting just a few feet away, near Scott's burn pit. He explains that he tried burning everything in the burn pit, but it hadn't worked, so he figures he should just bury it all as fast as possible.
Why are you telling him all this?
Jason listens to this reasoning for the use of his backhoe before growing tired of his weird neighbor's stupid joke,
you're telling me too much,
and abruptly telling Scott he needs to go and that he'll talk to him later. 3 hours later at 9:30 p.m., Sheriff's Corporal Brad Roberts is sitting at the front desk of the Coffee County Sheriff's Department when a man approaches, tense and anxious to speak with someone immediately. Corporal Roberts tells him to come back first thing tomorrow morning, but the man is insistent. It's Jason Walker, and he needs the police to listen to the joke his neighbor has just told him, because the longer he's thought about it, the less it started feeling like a joke.
Oh, he started thinking like he might kill somebody.
Was skeptical.
He started thinking like, hold on. He wasn't even laughing when he said that. Wait a minute. Hold on. He might kill.
Sounds ridiculous. Violent crime is almost unheard of in tiny Coffee County. But Jason is so adamant, so sure, that the deputy starts getting a sick feeling as well. He radios for 2 more officers, Deputy Rainey and Criminal Investigator Dendy, to accompany Jason back to his home to check out the story. Upon arriving at Jason's property, investigators made sure to come in through the back, driving without headlights so as not to alert anyone in the Scott household. Jason and the 2 officers walked through the darkness, shining their flashlights through the chain-link fence to illuminate the 2 5-gallon buckets, their bright white plastic almost glowing in the dim light.
Facts.
C.I. Dendy picks up a garden hoe lying in Jason's grass and uses it to reach over the fence and snag the handle of the closest bucket, lifting it over to their side.
Like
Grasping the lid, he peels it off to reveal the ghastly contents. causing all three men to reel back in horror. It's a woman's severed head and hand. 3 days earlier, on July 6th, CC...
He was telling the truth. He needed to burn the body, and you didn't have it, so he go murder it. He should have did it though. Why would you tell him? Why would you tell your neighbor that much? Y'all that close? It sounded like Buddy didn't even really mess with you for real on a real tip though. He didn't really. He was never your friend. Never. He was never your friend.
CCTV footage at Oak Liquor shows a woman entering the store at around 3:30, striding in confidently and heading to the back of the store before stopping and looking around hesitantly. This is Lisa Marie Hyder, and unbeknownst to everyone in the store, this is her last day alive. She scans the back shelves, curling her long auburn ponytail around her fingers and adjusting her large black sunglasses before walking up to the man who has just passed her in the aisle. She isn't from here. She's only traveled up from where she lives in Dunlap, Tennessee to spend time with her ex-husband and 2 young children, the youngest of which is only a year old. Just before entering the store, Lisa had been on the phone with her ex-husband, trying to get a ride from where she was to the house, but he was unloading a truck in Huntsville and couldn't get to her until he was finished. Lisa was stuck where she was, and she needed a ride, which is why police suspect she approached the man in the liquor store. As for why she chose the liquor...
Okay, Leo. What? I don't know her name. Her name was Leo? Leo. I think you should have waited. I mean, okay, everybody knows she should have waited, but I'm just saying. The fact you picked this man, you picked a big dude. First of all, if you had a boyfriend, he is not going to say you can... I don't know what type of boyfriend going to say, all right, just hop in this man's car. I'm going to say, nah, look, just wait. I'm telling you, I'm coming. Like, just chill. You just picked a random person, though.
Her store, according to her ex-husband, Lisa had been allegedly struggling recently with alcoholism, which is why they'd split up a few months earlier.
Oh, they're not together.
Though she had struggled with a dependency to alcohol before, a recent devastating piece of news had kicked her problems into overdrive. Lisa had been diagnosed with ovarian cancer and had only been given 6 months to live. Lisa was reportedly beyond devastated by the news, drinking to cope and apparently end her life faster, spiraling emotionally and behaving more recklessly than she usually did. As
okay, she got 6 months to live. Everything I said, I take back. You're living your life, and you at the point you just want to live your life, like you want to do everything. And I get it. If the doctor tell me I had 6 months to live, I don't know what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? I might do some shit I've never even thought about doing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that doing that was wrong. Like come on, bro. It was your last day, like six months to live. Yeah, I'm trying to do everything.
Talking to both the man and the cashier, she adjusts her sunglasses, and for a brief moment, a black right eye is visible. How she received this particular injury is still unknown, but it would pale in comparison to the injuries she would receive later that night, because the man she's speaking to and will eventually exit the liquor store with is Gregory Scott Hale. Back in Jason's yard, C.I. Dendy and Deputy Rainey are radioing for backup, ordering for crime scene units to be deployed immediately and for search warrants to be written. As backup arrives, they head into the Scott residence to place Gregory Scott Hale under arrest, finding him sleeping on a couch in one of the filthy garages. Given what they've just discovered in the white buckets, the detectives were no doubt disturbed by the items Scott has decided to use to decorate this space. These items were later discovered to be old Halloween props from a haunted attraction Scott had worked the previous year.
What do you think?
Scott makes no attempt to resist, and when initially confronted, admits to being the one who killed the woman and had placed her limbs and head in the 2 buckets and had buried the rest of her in the burn pit nearby. Police take him in, and the following audio is the never-before-heard interview from that night.
It has
been analyzed by a licensed professional counselor.
Me.
Scott,
it was
you
me.
were talking to James out there at your house a minute ago, and he advised you of your rights.